Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well, and today we're gonna see together why Vwap is an important indicator on how do I use it. So let's get to it.
So we are now on TradingView. I like this software a lot, so I'm gonna be using it to showing you how I use Vwap. First of all, when you will add the Vwap, you will see that you will have three lines: the upper band, the middle band, which is Vwap, and the lower band. So we only want the middle band, the normal Vwap. To do so, you will go when you had on TradingView in the settings and just unselect upper band and lower band. You will only leave Vwap, and I like to have it in yellow or orange, but this is up to you. Okay, so now that you have you only also need to remove this band fill. I prefer like this. You can do whatever you want, but this is how I set up it. So I'm gonna give you three ticker example where you can use Vwap and where you can't use Vwap. So first of all, I'm gonna show you a normal gapper which had faded during the day. So you can see this gapper just spiked at 9 a.m. so quite late in the pre-market, and found kind of a support around the Vwap. So here I'm on the 5-minute chart. You can see, maybe I will put 1 minute for this example because it's gonna be easier for you to see. You can see that all day, all pre-market, it went it stayed around the Vwap, so it went under, above, under, above, under, above, and kinda established that range around here with a trend here, as you can see, which was holding. And at the open, so here's the open, the stock just spiked for a few minutes above the Vwap, and you can see this huge red candle slamming back down under the Vwap, and then we don't have any more strong bounces. So you can see here no strong bounces, no strong bounces, nothing. So when you see something like this, it shows maybe that the stock is done. You also need, of course, to take attention of the volume, because the Vwap is a volume indicator. So if the volume is continuously decreasing during the day, it's a good sign for you. So what I want to say here is that you can use this Vwap slam as an indicator to judge if we start the backside of a move. Of course, you can't just trade with the Vwap, but it's a good indicator to have. So now you have here, you can see a combination of three signals. You have one big red candle that slam. You can see that there is no more strength, and it can't push again above the Vwap like it did. And a few minutes later, you can see that it broke the trend here. It just broke the trend, and then you can see that all day it couldn't pass the Vwap again. Okay, the biggest spike after this was this one, which was still under the Vwap. So once you see something like this, you can use it as a resistance to trade during the day, and just to risk above this kind of this Vwap or this risk. But be cautious, because sometimes, like we will see right after, stocks like to make just a spike above it and slam back down. So this happen. So that's why you should not use only Vwap as your indicator, but it's a very good signal. Okay, so let's move to another example, which is a bit more complicated. It was QLGN the last few days. As you can see, I'm only starting from the pre-market. I don't care what happened in aftermarket, because I never trade aftermarket. But you can just see that it had a nice and a huge gap, always above Vwap, and in pre-market it started fading. So when there is no volume, like in pre-market, sometimes it's trappy. It's a bit trappy. But as you can see, around the open, it started to fade under the Vwap, and just pushed above it one time here and slam back down. okay, here try again, slam back down, okay, and then it started to form a base around this level and spikes again above the VWAP and slam back down. But this is a good signal indicator if you are short. That's why it's an important indicator. When the VWAP is broken, slam back down and broken again, this is a sign that it's not good. Plus there is a lot of volume coming in, as you can see, and this is really a bad time to be short, because as you can see, squeeze was coming. Okay, so you had some sign here that it will go bad for you if you hold into your short. And then when that happened, you can see that the stock QLGN just stayed above the VWAP almost all the rest of the day. So that's quite impressive, because if you try to short above this VWAP, unless you are a very experienced trader, it's not a good idea. I think you should wait for the stock to show some sign of weakness, like he did here, but it was already too late for me. So he did it in the aftermarket. It broke the VWAP trend and started fading from here and started fading the other day, etc, etc. So you can see how you can use VWAP as a stop too. When what it does at a small spike and slam back down, it's not a big problem. Okay, you can hold on to that. But when it spike, slam and reclaim again, this is bad. This is very bad for you if you're short. Plus look all the volume that's coming in. But it's bad for short, mean it's good for long. So if you're looking to long something, here is a very stronger long pattern, because our short will start to panicking and you can just long the breakout, risking the low of the candle. You don't have a you don't have a high win rate doing this kind of thing, but you can have a huge risk reward. As you can see, you can risk like a few cents to make maybe even more, $1. It's crazy the risk reward that you can have. I'm not often long, but if you're patient enough to see that kind of stuff happening during the day, it's a very, very powerful setup. And I like to show you also another example. I will put maybe the 5 minutes, I don't know. It was also last week, KTTA. And I want to show what a manipulated stock looks like, and when you can't trust the VWAP. Some of the main gapper are so much heavily manipulated that manipulator use the VWAP as something to stop people. As you can see on this chart, VWAP is irrelevant for me, because you can see that all day what it does was trapping under, spiking again, trapping under, spiking again, trapping under, and so on. So when you see that kind of behavior on a stock, just avoid it. Okay, just don't try to use VWAP for that, because it won't work. But you can see it pretty. You can see fast during the day what this stock was very manipulated. When you have a huge slam back down candle like this under VWAP and that it's reclaiming, it's usually a bad idea. As you can see here also, reclaiming, so it's a bad idea. So you can always try, because it's not you can have nice risk reward if you trade like this, but be prepared to be stopped a lot of time if you try to use that kind of strategy on this stock. So it was just to show you how I personally use VWAP. I use it as a stop indicator, and I use it as an entry signal indicator, because sometimes, like I show you on GOVX, it's a very, very nice signal indicator when you combine it to other thing. Okay, you can't just trade with VWAP, but you combine it with other things. So here you have the slam back down candle, you have the trend break, you have the slam back down under the VWAP, and then you can see that it can't go above the VWAP again. So here's a nice example. I hope this video can help you to use the VWAP to integrate the VWAP in your trading strategy, and let me know in the comment if you have any question.